Hello and welcome to the Investing Iguana, where we help you make smart financial decisions for your future. I'm your host, Iggy, and today's podcast is about a topic that many people avoid or procrastinate on: how to write a will. A will is a legal document that tells your loved ones and the authorities how you want your assets to be distributed after you die. It can also include other important instructions, such as who will take care of your children, pets, or business. Having a will can save your family a lot of hassle, stress, and conflict in the event of your passing. But how do you write a will that is fair to your children? How do you make sure that your wishes are respected and followed? And what are the common mistakes to avoid when writing a will? In this video, we'll answer all these questions and more. So grab a pen and paper, or better yet, a laptop and printer, and let's get started. Before we dive into the details, let me remind you to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We post new videos every week on topics related to personal finance, investing, and estate planning. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. We love hearing from you and we'll try our best to answer them. Alright, let's get into it. How do you write a will that is fair to your children? Well, the first thing you need to do is decide what fair means to you. Fairness is subjective and can vary depending on your situation and values. For some people, fairness means giving each child an equal share of their estate. For others, fairness means giving more to the child who needs it more, or who has contributed more to the family or business. And for others still, fairness means leaving something for charity or other causes that they care about. There is no right or wrong answer here. The important thing is that you are clear about your intentions and reasons for dividing your estate the way you do. You should also communicate with your children about your plans and explain why you made certain choices. This can help prevent misunderstandings, resentment, or disputes among your heirs after you're gone. Once you have decided how you want to distribute your assets, the next step is to write it down in a clear and legally valid way. There are different ways to write a will depending on your preferences and budget. You can use an online paid service that provides templates and guidance for creating a will. You can hire a lawyer or attorney who can draft a customized will for you according to your wishes and local laws. You can purchase a DIY template or kit that allows you to fill in the blanks and print out your own will. Or you can write your own will from scratch using plain language and following some basic rules. No matter which method you choose, there are some essential elements that every will should have. 1. A title that identifies the document as your last will and testament. 2. Your name and address. 3. A statement that revokes any previous wills or codicils, amendments, that you have made. 4. A list of all your assets and debts. 5. A list of all your beneficiaries, the people or entities who will inherit from you, and their relationship to you. 6. A list of all your executors, the people or entities who will manage your estate and carry out your wishes, and their contact information. 7. A list of all your guardians, the people who will take care of your minor children or dependents, and their contact information. 8. A list of all your specific bequests, the gifts of money or property that you want to give to specific beneficiaries. 9. A residuary clause that states how you want to distribute any remainder of your estate after paying off debts and taxes and fulfilling specific bequests. And lastly, 10. A signature and date. The signatures and dates of two witnesses who are not beneficiaries or spouses of beneficiaries. These are the minimum requirements for a valid will in most jurisdictions. However, different countries or states may have different laws or rules regarding wills. For example, some places may allow handwritten wills without witnesses, called holographic wills, while others may not recognize them at all. Some places may require notarization or registration of wills, while others may not. Some places may have different rules for married couples, divorced couples, common law partners, blended families, adopted children, stepchildren, etc. Therefore, it is important that you do some research on the laws of the place where you live or where you have assets before writing your will. You can find some information online, or you can consult a lawyer or an estate planner who can advise you on the best way to write your will according to your situation and goals. Once you have written your will, the final step is to store it safely and securely. You can keep your will at your home, in a safe box, with your lawyer, or with a trusted friend or relative. You should also tell your executors and beneficiaries where your will is and how to access it. You can also store information about your will online with an online wills registry. This can make it easier for your loved ones to find a copy of your will when they need it. Writing a will is an important way to ensure that your children are taken care of after you're gone. However, it can be difficult to know how to divide your assets in a way that will make them happy. Here are a few additional tips. A. Consider their individual needs. Not all children are the same, so it's important to consider their individual needs when dividing your assets. For example, if one child is still in school, you may want to leave them more money for their education. If another child is already financially independent, you may want to leave them less. B. Be fair. It's important to be fair when dividing your assets among your children. This doesn't mean that they have to receive equal amounts of money, but it does mean that you should consider their individual circumstances when making your decision. C. Be specific about your wishes. Don't just say that you want your children to be taken care of. Be specific about how you want your assets to be divided. D. Update your will regularly. Your life changes over time, so it's important to update your will to reflect those changes. For example, if you have more children, or if your children get married or divorced, you'll need to update your will. And that's it. You have just written a will that is fair to your children. Congratulations! You have taken a big step towards securing your legacy and protecting your family's future. But remember, writing a will is not a one-time thing. You should review and update your will regularly, especially when there are major changes in your life, such as marriage, divorce, birth, death, inheritance, relocation, etc. This way, you can make sure that your will reflects your current wishes and circumstances. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you have any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching the Investing Iguana. I'm Iggy, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay smart and stay safe.